Seems like a lot of people are kind of stuntmen these days.
That's what it's going to.
Yeah. It's either like stuntmen or like
or just tricky tricks.
Like tricky tricks, like riding down a hub on a broomstick and like doing like stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a fan of.
No.
What are you a fan of, Chris?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm just not a fan of like, because I feel like the reason why they go that direction is because of likes and clicks. You know.
Yeah,
Possibly.
They want to. They need to
course.
get creative to like get noticed, like
Right.
we were saying.
If that's their agenda, then
Right.
yes, some of
Wait,
them probably are.
what are you saying? I don't understand.
Can I try
Please
and
go ahead.
understand?
Go ahead. Make sense of
It
it.
feels like what he's saying is like kids nowadays are doing it for the views and the likes instead of like actually doing tricks that look cool and feel cool and are
Right.
what your generation is used
We
to.
see a lot of tricks nowadays that are just like circus weird tricks, and it's like there's some people that are known for that, right? You got the Simon Woodstocks, you got the Richie Jacksons, you got the. I mean, they made a career out of that, but
Totally.
I feel like nowadays it's just trying to get this extra.
Well, I
out
think
of it, you know.
I think there's a progression of skateboarding, and people are just, like, I somewhat agree with you, but I don't. The kids are trying to push the limit in skateboarding. You know what I mean? They're trying to show what's possible. But a lot of it's like, yeah, you're like
A lot of it's like circus shit that you're just like, yeah,
yeah, but
Video game
every
tricks.
cool guy
Yeah,
says that
like,
shit.
whatever.
Like, hey, if you do that shit, go for it. But I understand what you're saying, but it's, to me personally, it's like we talked about either way. Like, would you rather see crooked grind that looks beautiful, or would you rather see the hardest trick ever done? And you're gonna see kids doing wild shit. They don't do it to get likes necessarily. They're trying to really progress themselves in skateboarding.
I want to see the hardest trick ever done into a crooked grind.
Into a crooked grind.
Yeah.
So
the knack,
yeah.
P-Rod.
There it is.
Yeah.
But I think it's just different, you know. I think skateboarding is so subjective and so personal that like you see that differently than I do, right? And that's okay, you know.
Well,
I just see
there's-
it more of like, you know, I don't want to see you go down a hub on a broomstick and then flip your board over. You know what I mean? Like you're
That's
just
different. Yeah.
like, but that's the type of shit I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
okay.
it's a lot of shit that I see
Yeah.
out there. I'm like, dude, did you really got to go do that? Like you're just doing that because you're like, oh, hey, we can get the likes.
Right.
I can
But you know
I can
what
get a
happens
good-
though? People, these accounts repost that shit, and then it's glorified, and then it's praised.
right.
So
Yeah.
now people, not little kids, but other people see that and like, okay, I know if I do this too, or I do something similar, I may get the same praise. Like,
Right.
you know,
it's
so
a
vicious
snowball
cycle.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know, I'm just not a fan of it. That's just
But it
me.
seems like
Just
now,
me.
like skateboarding is definitely a lot more open than it was. You know what I mean? I think we've talked about this before, where, you know, tricks that we were doing fucking in the early '90s, where certain tricks like your Benihanas, you know what I mean? Like we always kind of clown that one.
Yeah.
But
Pressure flips.
pressure flips.
Yep.
But we have fun with it, and now it's getting like people are doing those things, and it's not. It's accepted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Like,
sure. Skateboarding is just, it's different than it was from the 90s. That's for
yeah.
sure.
I mean, we're all gonna like the certain things that we like just based on it, but overall, like skateboarding is more open versus not just, you know, you could just do anything nowadays. You know what I
So,
mean?
so
Like,
you're saying it's cool to bring back the skateboard?
skateboard?
Yeah.
If Simon Woodstock wants to come back in, put the penny suit on, and,
And put,
do
and
Yeah.
put, and put the
let's
carpet
go.
on that thing.
Let's
go
go.
ahead.
Dude, Clive Dixon did the kickflip with a boogie board or whatever the.
He did.
That was gnarly.
That was
like, I
amazing.
mean, obviously, he's probably not trying to make that his thing, but he can do it.
And I think it's like, you know, I will say this just to, you know, put a bookend to it. It's like, yeah, go do whatever you like to do.
Yeah.
You know, like you as an individual can
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck you want to do. Same with me. I could do whatever the hell I want to do.
But do you think skateboarding lacks individuality right now? And that's why things are kind of mundane and kind of stuck in this, you know, same thing you see constantly, because no one sticks out.
There's a few.
Really good question.
But I think over time there was always those people that stuck out. There's always like you got the mundane kind of type skateboarders, and then you got the guys that stick out and the women that stick out.
But
Yeah.
even like the guys who are badass today, I mean, it seems like it's different than it was before.
I agree with you on that.
For sure. But I'm saying, like, you look like a Jamie Foy. That dude on some next level shit.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's dudes
he's
like,
badass.
There's some dudes, I mean, and women like Raisa, you watch her skate, you're like, oh my gosh, she's
Yeah.
incredible. So it's just we all know who stands out and who doesn't. It's weird, right?
It's a different time though, real talk.
Yeah.
Where, you know, there was a lot more for me at the time when in the early '90s. there was a lot more superstars for me, from my eyes, and be like,
Yeah.
dude, that's fucking.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
because we only had a magazine to see of them.
Yeah,
You know, we didn't
definitely.
Everything was getting filtered
That's for
through
sure.
one place almost,
Yes.
right? Like, yeah,
They were
like
almost, they
magazines
were
and-
like the mags were the gatekeepers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now everybody has a platform. Everybody can
Yes.
create their own.
And that's
magazine.
fine.
They're very accessible.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you could see what anybody's doing these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But that's
whereas
a-
before you didn't know what fucking Tom Knox. You know what I mean? And it's not the Tom Knox that's out now. The Tom Knox from Santa Cruz back in the day. You wouldn't know what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
Unless he
yeah.
was like in a video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Dude, we're talking about last week. Andy was talking about Todd Falcon.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was the whole. That's some like we were not all looking at Todd Falcon. You know, he was on his own, doing his own thing.
for sure.
So it was just I was pretty impressed that he actually brought him up. I was like so random because I wasn't expecting that.
You could tell like the way he skates. That's some like not
Yeah.
inspiration, but
Someone he would pay
pulled
attention to.
something from
Right?
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't. I know we want other stuff talking
No,
about.
this is a great
Yeah,
conversation.
but like Andy Anderson to me, he has made things that I thought would be so not cool to watch. He makes me want to watch them.
No doubt.
Oh yeah,
Same.
absolutely.
I
He's
agree.
he's what we're talking about, a standout.
Yeah,
Guy.
totally.
I don't know who he is, so I can't chime in.
Go home in YouTube,
He's
Andy
so dope.
Anderson.
All right.
Sit down with the Choco Taco tonight.
You can take it to go. Yeah.
Okay,
try
I'll
to
take
get
it to
that
go.
That's his board right back over there on the wall, and the way that it's shaped is all for specific reasons.
It's purposely shaped.
Oh,
for
that's that guy who
every-
wears the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
badass. He's
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
incredible, dude.
But yeah, it is interesting. Like I said, it's skating is so personal, and so you like something, you don't like it. You know,
Yeah.
It's
But
not-
he's doing his own thing, and that's what sticks out. He's not following any, pattern.
No doubt.
Well, Andy is just being himself. He's
Exactly.
not conforming to any type of thing that he thinks skateboarding wants him to be.
Right.
He's just being him. And it took a while, I think, but now it's like, I mean, he was on the show talking about getting hazed on Powell and like all this stuff. Like he took a lot of, abuse almost,
People
but,
are just haters.
well,
this-
absolutely.
skateboarding's
But-
a hard thing to
Ben.
break into. You know what I mean? You don't just go into it and like, oh, I'm cool. Like you.
Everyone just hates on you at first. You got to earn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was just himself the whole time and just was like, this is me.
Yeah.
I'm doing me. I don't know any way else to be but me.
Yeah.
And look at him now, man. He is flourishing, bro.
Yeah, he's just gonna put on his
Straight
helmet
up.
and just give you the fucking bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have one drink and be hammered.
Yeah. It was a little canned margarita, but yeah, okay. It
That
wasn't-
boy is a featherweight.
Oh, I love it.
we had a good time.
Oh, it was
yeah.
great.
That
It was
was
great.
awesome.
It was great.
He was sloshed.
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on
left.
your left.
Hey,
Yeah,
hit
right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of like
it's like right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
and the
there?
subscribe's like over to the left.
It's like right over there. All right.